This story will help you do just that. It's full of real English, exciting moments, and useful grammar you'll remember without even trying. If you enjoy learning through storytelling, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell. We post new stories every day. Liam didn't live an exciting life. He lived in a quiet neighborhood, in a small apartment on the 3rd floor of an old building. His days looked almost the same. He woke up around 8, had toast and coffee, went for a short walk, read for a while, and sometimes watched a movie before bed. He liked it that way, calm, predictable, and quiet. But then something changed. One morning, as he opened the door to grab the newspaper, he saw something unusual. A small white envelope was lying on the floor just outside his door. It didn't have a name, no stamp, nothing written on it at all. Just a plain, sealed envelope. Liam looked around the hallway. It was empty and silent, like always. He picked up the envelope, opened it, and found a photograph inside. It was a simple picture of an empty alleyway. There were no people, no signs, nothing unusual. He turned the photo over. On the back, in tiny numbers, was a 0. He stood there for a moment, confused. Maybe it was for someone else. Maybe a neighbor had dropped it. But his name wasn't on it. He took it inside and left it on the kitchen counter. The next morning, he opened the door and found another envelope. Same size. Same color. Still no name. Inside, another photo. This one showed a streetlight, slightly bent, standing next to a cracked sidewalk. On the back was the number 1. Now Liam was paying attention. He placed the 2 photos side by side. First the alleyway, now the streetlight. Both photos had something in common. They looked like they were taken late at night. There was something off about the lighting. And they both showed empty, quiet places. On the 3rd day, he found a 3rd envelope. This time, the photo was of a rusted gate. Behind it was a garden, overgrown with weeds and covered in shadows. The number on the back, 2. By now, Liam had stopped assuming it was a mistake. Someone was leaving him these on purpose. But who? And why? He asked the neighbors if they had seen anyone in the hall at night, but no one had. He checked the building's front door. It was locked at all times. And the camera in the entrance? Broken for weeks. He stayed up all night, hoping to catch whoever was doing it. He sat behind the door, lights off, barely breathing. But sometime before dawn, he fell asleep. When he woke up, the sun was already rising, and there it was, another envelope. Inside was a photo of a small, wooden bench. It was cracked in the middle and covered in fallen leaves. The number on the back, 3. The pattern continued. Every day, a new envelope. Every photo showed a different location. Some places looked like abandoned parts of the city. Others looked like private yards, rooftops, or dead ends. Each one felt strange, almost forgotten. And all of them were completely empty of people. On the 10th day, Liam laid all 10 photos across his kitchen table. They seemed random, but something about the order of the numbers made him think otherwise. From 0 to 9, the photos showed a path, like steps taken through an old part of town. Photo 11 changed everything. Instead of a location, it showed an object. A small key, lying on a concrete floor. The message on the back was different too. For the first time, it had words. It said, "Keep going." Liam's heart skipped a beat. He grabbed a notepad and started drawing a map based on the photos. He recognized some of the places. One of them was near an old park he used to visit as a child. Another looked like an alley behind a closed-down bookstore. He spent the whole day walking, photo in hand, checking every corner and comparing what he saw with what was in the pictures. After hours of searching, he found it. The alley from photo number 0. It looked exactly the same, except for one thing. The wall now had writing on it. In faded red paint, someone had written, "Almost there." He backed away slowly. This wasn't a game. Someone was guiding him through something. But what? Over the next few days, Liam kept following the path. Every photo matched a location, and each one brought him closer to something. He didn't know what. But the feeling in his chest was a mix of fear and curiosity. Then one morning, the envelope was read. It stood out like a warning. Inside was a picture of a mirror. The photo was cracked. Liam could see part of a face in the reflection. It was his face, but he had never seen this photo before. On the back it read, "You saw it once." He dropped the photo on the table. His hands were shaking. He remembered something from years ago. When he was a child, maybe 9 or 10, he had wandered away from his school field trip. He had walked through the city, completely alone, and ended up in a forgotten part of town. He had walked through that same alley, past that same streetlight, past the same broken gate. And at the end, he had seen a mirror on a wall, with a message on it. But he had never told anyone. He thought it was just a dream. Now, someone else remembered too. Liam returned to the alley that evening. The sun was low, casting long shadows. He followed the path again, picture by picture. When he reached the end of the trail, he found something new. Behind a stack of bricks, there was a small metal door. He pulled it open. Inside was a staircase, going down into darkness. He took out his phone for light and stepped inside. The air was cold. Dust floated everywhere. At the bottom of the stairs was a room. Inside the room was a table. On the table were all the photos. The same ones he had received. But these were older. Faded. Yellow. Like they had been there for years. In the middle of the table was a journal. The cover was torn, but his name was written on it. Liam opened it. It was his handwriting. Page after page of notes. Drawings. Places he had seen. Feelings he had written down. All from that day as a child when he got lost. He had forgotten all of it. He had blocked it from his memory. The last page said only one thing. "I'll remember when I'm ready." Liam closed the journal and stood in silence. Now he remembered. All of it. The mirror. The writing. The fear. The wonder. And the decision to forget. The envelopes had brought it all back. He climbed the stairs and locked the door behind him. From that day on, no more envelopes appeared. His life returned to normal. But nothing felt the same. He had remembered something that changed him. And somewhere deep inside, he knew someone had helped him do that. Without even realizing it, you've learned lots of useful English patterns, expressions, and grammar, just by enjoying a story. That's the power of learning through stories. If you want more, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell. We share exciting stories every single day. And now tell us in the comments, what do you think Liam really saw as a child? We'd love to hear your ideas. See you in the next story.